going on? It's Justeeni here. I hate Cymanti. Most people hate Cymanti. Um, yeah, what an intro. Here's me cyberbullying Cymanti. Let's go. So this is actually a recent game. This was a live game on a small lakes. I get a nice ruin there, but I want riding because I see the opponent is Cymanti. You always want to be prepared. Not really so much to be prepared for hexapods, so much as prepared for either centipede, or if they don't do anything, you have to keep them honest. Now, naturally, I missed the lighthouse by one tile. That will be important later. A bit of subtle foreshadowing. I get another village. Hooray. Really nice, again. But look at all these villages I have. I already have 4 cities in this small area. Now, I'm kind of trapped on 4 cities, and I will be for a while. And the opponent spawned with 3 fungi. Hooray. And they got recycling, of course, because what else would you do with the 3 fungi spawn? We're fighting for this ruin, and it looks like they might win the fight because they have a centipede. Now, maybe killing that warrior was a slight overcommit, because they're going to get a segment now. But I'm kind of fine with that, I think. I have a lot of units, so... Yeah, they killed the rider though, punishing my misplay. I will say, I don't deal with the centipede in an all-ineffective way. This is kind of a how not to deal with centipedes, kind of. I mean, I do some things, right? Like, you're supposed to weaken the head of the centipede. But then I accidentally let them go onto the mountain. This is a big do not. It's an easy one to forget, as I forget it here. But yeah, if you let the centipede kill a unit near a mountain, now this requires 3 hits to kill, and guess what? I was expecting this segment to take 2 hits to kill. I was basing my game plan around that. So, slight mild inconvenience. The centipede lives for another turn. Yep, still alive. And again, you see that the head is weakened? Very important though, I don't hit it again, because if it's too weak, then the centipede can attack this warrior and then die. I believe it would be left at 1 HP after retaliation, or 2. If it dies, they get another segment head. Which, yeah, I could just kill the segment head, but then I take a ton of retaliation. I'd rather deal with the weakened head. This warrior body blocks, which is really annoying, and now that it's 2 segments, which is already starting to get scary, and they get archery, so then this warrior is a defense boost. I hope I can kill it. Yeah, I will say props to the opponent for playing well and punishing my stupid plays. Because I'm actually just shy of being able to kill this segment. Due in full to the funny warrior with the defense boost. Actually, will this be able to kill? No. Okay, so either way, regardless of whether they did that or not, I'm a silly Billy. And the centipede is still alive somehow. It was overextended, and it refused to retreat, and then it was at the point of no return, and... It should have died up so long ago, but I have to commit so much. Luckily, I wanted roads anyway, so it's not that much of a commitment. And afterwards, I have all these units. This ruin is still not claimed, by the way. We're still fighting over it. But now that Centipede finally gone... Oh my goodness, I get Gate of Power for my first giant. Well, not yet. I don't have my giant yet. That's when you know this is just a rough time. They're poisoning my units with the Fight Chi, one of the Cymanti units of all time. There's the giant, which I was considering a park. The reason why I went for a giant is the potential to like pressure or defend. Having 1 giant is at least useful for that. Maybe a park is better here, but I figured, like, you know, right now I might not need the giant, but later on it definitely could prove its value. I'm able to take out the Fight Chi. I have to leave this rider here. Very sad because it's poisoned. I think it was actually better to retreat. I don't end up doing that, but I think it is better to retreat. You don't want to retreat it into the opponent territory because you just give them free fungi. This rider barely survives all the Fight Chi. I get a resource ruin from that ruin. And I can get fishing and hunting. Fishing to upgrade, hunting also to upgrade, but it's also going to lead into archery, which will be pretty relevant. I decide to trade more units here on this fungi tile. Does anyone else remember the beta where you could trample the fungi? I swear that was a thing. But like, that would be really, really funny to have right now. Yeah, unfortunately I can't reach the lighthouse still, by the way. I'm barely not getting that lighthouse. I killed their shaman, luckily. And I'm threatening to get it. I'm so close. They have ketons, which that's cool, I guess. And yeah, I am denied my lighthouse privileges. They get a border growth here, which means they can start placing a lot of algae. I can get in the water myself, which is pretty neato. And this giant will prove to be valuable because it's good against the centipede. But now they have another centipede up here, where my giant is not. Now I get archery for the archers. You know, it helps counter the ketons and the fight chi, because these fight chi are very fragile, but they're kind of hard to target right now. This rider is kind of toast, so I'm trying to put it in a not favorable position for them to kill with the centipede. They have the shaman's back. It's like it was never gone. I can take that out. Unfortunately, I will lose this fruit tile if and when they kill this archer, because it'll drop spores which override the fruit. But I'm not too worried about that. I wasn't planning on getting Orc, but I am planning on getting a park. So yeah, why get parks against Cymanti? You get parks when giants just aren't good enough. I have one giant, and that's enough to defend their one centipede. And honestly, there's a good chance like they poison the giant and then just absolutely eviscerate it anyway. So yeah, I'd rather get parks because stars are what I need right now. I don't need giants. Giants are hardly helpful. I'm getting the city sieged and I can't do anything about it. That's fun. But I mean, I don't care about the city too much. These fight chi though, I can finally deal with. And while the centipede looks very scary, it's actually not that big of a deal. Like, it's alright. Oh my god, I miss it by one tile again. Like, how many times have I had near misses with that lighthouse? Like 4 times at this point. It's actually nuts. But yeah, I'm holding on. I'm losing the city. Cymanti's only going to be at 5 though. And I'm also at 5, but soon to be 6. Yeah, I mean, that's the city advantage. They have the mantis now. That's interesting. But yeah, I can take out their segment. I can continue to be super annoying. I can now get chivalry. And thanks to the extra stars I'm producing, I only need to disband 1 unit. If I didn't get this park, chivalry would have been much harder to grab. So, park actually getting its value. Now the opponent, not having vision on my knight, positions everything so it can be beautifully chained. Hallelujah. Don't forget to buy climbing. Nice cross chain there so I can really get everything. Bye-bye shaman. Bye-bye centipede. Bye-bye mantis. And then, as the cherry on top, why not add an unbreakable cap siege? Yes, this is unbreakable. And get that lighthouse next turn anyway. This centipede isn't doing much. In fact, I'm actually able to take it out. It's gone. It's dead. I win. Let's go. Another park. Oh boy. Cymanti is a tribe of all time. But I cyberbullied them in this video. Yes, that's the point of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub. And have a good one.